This is the University of North Dakota's pre-commencement show, Celebrate Achievement. For the next 50 minutes, we'll take you behind the scenes of our commencement activities as we celebrate the achievements of today's graduates. Our show includes interviews with graduating students and a performance by the UND Wind Ensemble. Now, here is the host of Celebrate Achievement, Monty Cashel.
Welcome to Celebrate Achievement, our pre-commencement show. We're coming to you live from the Alerus Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. UND holds commencement ceremonies 8 times a year. This one is our biggest. Soon this auditorium will be filled with hundreds of students who will become graduates of the University of North Dakota. This year, we're incorporating social media into our pre-ceremony activities. We set up monitors where your students are lining up. If you post an image to Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag UNDProud, your student may see your post. We'll check in on that later. But first, one student who will graduate today has studied both political science and communication. He says political science helps him learn what to say, and communication tells him how to say it.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Dakota Student Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Noterman. The reason I came to UND is the exact reason I'm in the Alerus Center today. A few years ago, I was at my cousin's graduation ceremony. I go to the Alerus Center, I walk in the building, and it is fantastic. During the ceremony, one of my relatives turned to me and said, "We will be right back here celebrating your graduation." What's the difference between the findings section and the research conclusions? UND has challenged me in a way that I didn't anticipate college would, but they helped me achieve things that I instinctively wanted to do right off the bat. I was involved in print journalism, broadcast journalism, video production, podcasting, Toastmasters, sports public address announcing, hall government, BBI. I wanted to be crazy involved at the university. I wanted to make an impact in some way. I am a double major, and to be able to get out of here in 3 years shows that I had a plan in mind in high school, and things are working out.
Magazine's top stories for early April. I'm your host, Jacob Noterman.
I want to go into a career in broadcasting. I love the news. I love talking about the news. The role that news plays can be monumental to a community. And I think if it's used properly, it can make a huge change in people's lives, kind of like short-term history. So going into broadcasting is absolutely what I'm trying to pursue here. I didn't know I was going to be done in 3 years. UND has absolutely helped me prepare for a professional career.
I think I just heard the Notermans up in the crowd clapping.
We travel in packs.
Yeah, great, packs. Well, you know, I was getting tired hearing all of those organizations you were involved in. You were very involved as a college student. What's the key to finding the right organization?
Honestly, a lot of it has to do with being able to step out of your dorm room, going to class, just walking around, meeting all these different organizations. When you go to class, you're surrounded by students and faculty that are equally interested, or more so, than you are in the things that you want to study. And it's through these connections that you can get involved with the different groups that you may not know about beforehand, but you can find yourself an avenue to really make an impact on campus.
And you did. You were involved in many things. You were a reporter for the Dakota Student newspaper. You were on a television show as a reporter. And then most recently, you were a brand journalist for the University of North Dakota. We have one of the videos that you put together, so let's take a look at that right now. All right, so that was one of those abnormally warm January days. You took the opportunity to go suntanning. Why is it important for UND to put out videos like that?
Well, first of all, I wish I had been informed that we were going to be showing that during the pre-show. That would have been nice to prepare for. Otherwise, these videos are just fun to make, and it shows how the students are interacting with the UND community as well as the Grand Forks community, and showing the different kind of personalities that you can find on campus and the different kind of things that we can put up with on a nicer day in January.
Right, and winter is a rite of passage if you go to the university here. So, you're involved in all these things, and how has being involved taken you to the next level? How has it helped you?
College is all about preparing you professionally. So all of these different connections and jobs that I've had, they've helped me meet people that are in the professional field, teach me the different skills that I need that may not be discussed by my friends. It's kind of learning the unknowns of the different industries.
So you're a storyteller. What is a UND story that you're going to tell many, many years from now?
It's not that funny of a story. It's heartwarming for me. My favorite story has just been the development of the podcast that we talked about in the video there. The Dakota Student Podcast was something that we started back in August. So this was the very first year we did it, and we only did it because one of the classes that I had last spring got me to do one podcast just for the grade. And through doing that, I learned that I love making those podcasts, and the Dakota Student Podcast has developed into this 20 or so listener per week, hey, what's going on at UND kind of thing, into this 600 listener per week news hub that we talk about news, sports, all the different things that are impacting the Grand Forks community, and we're connecting students as well as residents, and just developing that with the people that I had was absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't have asked for a better team to work with than who I had.
And you were involved in a lot of organizations, but it's also notable that you had a double major and you finished in 3 years. How did that happen?
Well, sometimes AP classes are worth it. I got a lot of dual credit classes coming in. That knocked off probably a year of school right there. But being able to pursue a double major, a lot of that relies on the faculty and the friends that I had around me. If you surround yourself with people that are equally motivated and want to work on the same things you can do almost anything you want. And double majoring, communication and political science, I fully anticipated dropping the political science major once the one major got to be intense later on. But thanks to the people I had, I was able to graduate a year early with both.
Well, I want to give you an opportunity to give a message to your family and friends who are watching today.
Well, I think they're all here. I want to thank my mom and dad, first of all. These two are hyperactive individuals. Both of them are always offering anything they can to help the people around them, family, friends, work, whatever. They're raised in a household with those two strong individuals, always trying to help. That makes an impact on a shy guy like me. And I also want to thank the rest of the family that are here, my aunts and uncle, my Matt, my brother. And I also want to thank you and the television crew. I've been working with you guys for a few years. I couldn't be here. I couldn't have done what I have done without you guys. Thank you very much for all you've done.
Well, thank you, Jacob. You've been a great impact on campus. It was awesome talking to you on your graduation day. So thank you for being here. Still to come, we'll meet a student who grew up in Cameroon. At 12 years old, she had an eye-opening experience that eventually brought her to UND. We'll get to that later, but first, music has always played an important role in our commencement ceremonies. Today, music will be provided by the UND Wind Ensemble. Their first selection celebrates the 100th anniversary of the birth of American composer Leonard Bernstein. Here's the Wind Ensemble, under the direction of Dr. James Popejoy, performing Slava. So how great is that? Let's give them another round of applause. That was fantastic. Well, one member of this year's graduating class is Queen Ngale. Queen's family moved from Cameroon to the United States when she was about 12 years old. On the flight over, she noticed the female captain who would become a role model for her future.
You expect something different. Flying a plane, it sounds crazy. My family thinks I'm crazy for doing it. And it's an amazing feeling. My name is Queen Ngale. I'm from Mountain View, Minnesota, and I am studying commercial aviation here at the university. I've always liked flying. I've never been scared of it. I thought it was a really good experience. So initially, I was thinking about going to the medical route. And when I was 13, I got on the 747 from Cameroon, Africa, to here. And I saw this female captain. She was very young. That just kind of sparked something, just because if she could do it, I could do it. My sophomore year of high school, I talked to my dean, and he helped me find out the schools that were good at aviation, and UND was right around the corner from Minnesota. I toured UND, and I liked the campus, and I feel like it was more personal. That's why I chose to come here. So I've tried different things. I've taken some criminal justice classes, some communication. It's just a wide variety, and it's a wide range of classes and people here at the university. I was very excited, honestly, going into that. It was a little scary just because I hadn't ever been in an airplane where I had to control everything. So we got into the plane and we took off, and it felt great. My flight instructor was really nice about it. He was very understanding. I usually compare it to a roller coaster, except a little higher. That's what I compare flying to. I think it's a really nice experience. Going in there, just looking down. We were at 3,500 feet and looking down at everything. It was amazing.
Queenie! Oh yes, love her mother.
So I was sitting in the front, and he would make me answer all the questions. What do you think, Queenie? I'm just like, I don't know. That's the downside of knowing phones.
She has a passion for aviation. She is a very outgoing, very enjoyable, happy young lady. Yeah, she's an RA with the Aviation Living Center, and she's from Cameroon. She's an asset to anybody that wants to learn aviation. She's an ambassador for our program.
So I'm just keeping my options open. I just want to fly. That's what I want to do. So anywhere that's going to let me fly, I'll do it.
And Queen joins us now. Queen, what brought your family from Africa to the United States?
My mom, when I was about 12, she decided that my sister and I would have better opportunities if we were able to get an education in the United States. So we moved here because of that.
And here you are with an education in the United States.
I know, I'm graduating.
And now, Queen, you were part of a special community when you first came on campus. It's called a Living and Learning Community. Tell us what that is, and also what it did for you.
So for my first 2 years at UND, I lived in the aviation living and learning community, and it was on the first floor of Norton Hall, and it was just a floor packed with aviation nerds, pretty much. Everyone who lived on there was an aviation major, and it was a chance for us to kind of get to know people who are also coming in to UND, new students, and help with homework. We had faculty and staff come in and help with different things that we needed. We could practice because we had a flight simulator. So it was kind of a little community where we could get to know each other and get introduced into the world of aviation.
Great. And flying is obviously in your blood. What inspires you to fly? What gets you in there?
I got interested in flying, like the video mentioned, when I was moving here. We had a female captain on the plane that was bringing us over here. And that wasn't something that I had seen before, and it was really inspiring for me. Just seeing her meant that if she could be doing what she could do, I could do that as well, or I could really do anything that I dreamt of. So it was pretty cool.
Well, you're very involved in the International Center here on campus in something called Africa Night, and it's one of the largest cultural nights on campus. You were in charge of that?
I was the president of the African Student Union last year, and we put on the African Night. It was this huge event to showcase the African culture. So the different countries in the continent of Africa were represented. It was a fashion show, performances, food. We had so many people show up. We weren't expecting that many people. This year we had the same event. I wasn't president this year, but I was still involved because I work for the International Center, and my job is to coordinate and oversee culture nights. So I've been involved in African Night and all the other culture nights every year.
Well, it sounds like a lot of planning and maybe stress, but what's next, speaking of stress?
Speaking of stress, I decided that I wanted to go to medical school because I am interested in the flight physiological aspects of aviation. So I want to go study the medical aspects of flight as well. But I will be taking a gap year, and I'm working at Mayo Clinic in Rochester to get some more medical experience, and hopefully starting medical school in 2019.
Well, I want to give you a quick opportunity to say hi and give a message to your family and friends.
Hi, everyone. So many people have helped me get where I am today. To my mom, thank you so much, Ma, for sacrificing your life for Susie and I to be here. To my grandma back home in Cameroon, I'm so sorry you couldn't get a visa to come see me graduate. I'm very proud to be your first grandchild to ever graduate from the university. So all my family and friends, I can't name all of you. Thank you so much for everything you've done, for your prayers, for your words of encouragement. I appreciate you guys, my family back in Cameroon, Nigeria, and other parts of the world. I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for being with us today, Queen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Students are the heart and soul of our campus. This year, our students excelled in the classroom, on athletic fields, and in the arts. They contributed to the Grand Forks community and brought their UND spirit everywhere they went.
Our students, our graduates, not only graduate with a firm liberal arts foundation, but in addition, they have hands-on experience in what they've done. We were listed as one of the 25 most innovative schools in the U.S.
With the set that time to Brueggemann, and North Dakota is headed back to the NCAA tournament.
May the force be with you.
Some great memories. Cassie Gerhardt is a graduate of UND and serves as the Associate Dean of Students. Her role involves working with many student groups, including student government. Cole Bachmeyer is one of the students who has worked closely with Cassie. He's the outgoing student body president. Welcome to both Cassie and Cole. Cassie, I have to ask you first, explain exactly what your role is on campus.
I have the best job on campus. I work with students in a lot of ways outside of the classroom, whether through our Wellness Center, Student Diversity Inclusion, our Memorial Union, student orgs, Greek life, student government. I have the best job there ever is.
Okay, you say it's the best job. You do a lot of mentoring. What makes that role great? You know, it's something in here, right?
It is. It's about the students. I had wonderful mentors as an undergraduate here at UND, and this is my way of paying it back to those people who made this place great for me. So every day I just try to make it as good as possible I can for our current students.
Well, and one of the things that I know you love to do, commencement day, you get to be on stage and you interact with every one of the students. Why do you like that?
Commencement is what it's all about. No one comes to college just to go to orientation or just to move into a residence hall or just to join a student organization. They come to college to graduate, and so this is what it's all about. From that first time they came to summer orientation or moved into the residence hall, this was the goal of that start. And so to be here with students as their goals come to a reality, it's the icing on the top of the cake.
All right, well, I'm going to talk to one of the students that you helped get through this thing called college. Cole, welcome. Cole, you're the outgoing president of the student body, and you worked with Cassie a lot because she works in student government. So tell me, why is it important to have mentors like Cassie?
Cassie Gerhardt has been honestly a true mentor to me throughout the 4 years I've gotten to know her. She's been really instrumental in broadening my perspective and how to analyze and view problems and then work towards solutions that work to not only one or two groups but everyone. So I think mentors are very important because they broaden your perspective and allow you to really grow as an individual. Without good mentors, I don't think we'd be truly achieving the success that we could receive.
Can you think of an example of how she improved your college experience?
Well, I get to steal Cassie from her family every Monday and Wednesday for student government, and her passion and excitement that she brings to the table every single day is just remarkable, and I can only hope to aspire to be that dedicated and that driven to the career of my field moving forward and to continue to inspire people like she's inspired so many students.
Well, you were certainly involved as student body president. What is something you're proud of that you accomplished in that role?
There's been a lot of things that we've accomplished in student government, but I think the overall thing that we like the best is really our collaboration that we've increased this year. Working closely with the downtown and the Grand Forks community, we've put on numerous community events and helped increase opportunities for students to receive internships and co-op opportunities. So really providing other students to, one, see the beautiful community that is Grand Forks, and then also see the Grand Forks community on the flip side. Working together with UND brings me a lot of pride and joy.
Now, I know you have something lined up already after graduation. You've got a job in hand. Congratulations. Tell us what that job is very quickly. And I know that you did an internship as well to kind of help you get into that role. My main question is, how important is an internship?
Internships are vital to really any student. As an engineer, internships are your doorway into the job market. I'll actually be going out to California to work on an oil refinery, and that was with the company I actually internship. So I'm very grateful for UND's opportunity, specifically career services, and allowing me to meet companies, and then those can translate to future opportunities.
It's like a long-term job interview, right? And you got it, so congratulations. I want to give you also a chance to say hi and give a message to your family and friends.
No, I wanted to thank the entire UND and Grand Forks communities for being so welcoming to UND students and supporting student life on campus. It's been really engaging and exciting to be in front of such a college-centric town. So I'm appreciative of everyone that has invested to individual UND students and the UND community as a whole. I hope you continue to do so in the future and to support UND.
All right, thanks a lot, Colin. Congratulations again today. The UND Wind Ensemble has a reputation for musical excellence at state, regional, and national appearances. They are going to perform a short concert now. Please welcome the UND Wind Ensemble under the direction of Dr. James Popejoy. Well, we're going to look at a live shot of the ballroom at the Alerus Center. Students are lined up in this room. They're getting ready to enter the auditorium for the ceremony. The monitor you see in the background is our social media feed. Students are watching as their friends, family, and fellow graduates are posting pictures. It's easy. All you have to do is send a picture to Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag UNDProud. There's plenty to be proud about today, and some of our graduates perhaps use a computer a little bit more than most. We're including students who received their degrees online today. There are 16 students who will be participating in the ceremony through the internet. You'll hear their names read along with the graduates who are participating in person. Their names will also appear on the video screens in the auditorium. In just a few hours, all of these students will become alumni of the university. The spirit of today's ceremony is one of achievement, celebration, and possibilities. People connect with UND through their personal experiences. We've tried to capture that spirit in this next video. That wraps up our show, Celebrate Achievement. In just a few minutes, our ceremony will begin. We ask that you stay for the entire ceremony to honor all the students who will walk across the stage today. From the Alerus Center in Grand Forks, I'm Monty Cashel. Thanks for joining us.